Good day. Welcome to the School of Digitizing. My name is Jackie and I want to introduce you to just one of the millions of stuff we can do with our software. First of all, I need a new page to show you what I want to show you today. You can select a grid. Your property bar at the top has got a lot of icons. If I just left click on my grid, if I do some freehand stuff, I like to use the grid as my guide. I want to create a little flower here for us. Okay, so let's select the color, and I think if we go for, let's go for that magenta. Let's go for the magenta flower. What I need to do is I need to decide what stitch type I would like, and I think we would go for satin. I select my close object because it's a close object that I would like to create, and I'm doing a little leaf out of my head. We can always edit it when you don't like it. If you close, don't go all the way. Trust the program to close it for you and just hit enter. First of all, my start and end point is right in the middle. I don't like it. And secondly, it shows me my stitch file. I would like to show my 3D file just to make sure what I've selected. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, I'm going to arrange, go to my start and end, select my first stitch, select my last stitch, and say OK. If I go over now to normal view, I can see my first stitch is there and my last stitch is there. Before I do anything, I would like the satin to be not like the program has given it to me as satin special. If we go 3D, you will see. I want to take the special off, so I go to my object properties and I go to full stitch, and I cancel my satin special and select normal special and say apply and OK. Then I'm going to use my reshape tool because I would like my satin to be in this direction. So it looks much better for me now. And seeing that I'm happy with my flower now, or the petal of the flower that I want to do, I will take off my grid. Because the grid for me, when I don't need it, make my screen looks very busy. I start the design there. I also want to put my end there. I want to start and end in the same position. If I zoom out, that you can see, let's go bigger and bigger, and let's go to the normal view. You will see the underlay stitches is those stitches going up and down, and these underlay jumps, we call it. Not really a jump, it gives those lines. That will help me. That is due to the fact that I want my start and end point in the same position. So the software will automatically then maneuver my underlay stitches so that I don't have a jump in my top layer of stitches. We go back to 3D. And let's go to a one-on-one view, in other words, actual view, and escape to deselect. Okay, did you see when I escaped, it put my end back. I want my end position there. Hit enter to confirm it, and then say escape. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this little petal, and then I've got this lovely wreathing tool right at the bottom in my Documents Navigator. So I select it, and let's make it we can make it a 7 petal. And now I can choose it, and I can maneuver my lines, and I can either leave it as a single, or I can let it overlay a little bit. I can make it further apart. I can switch it, so I can really play around with this. For the project that I want to show you now, I want them to overlap a little bit, and left click. Now a message comes up to ask me if I want to merge my objects. I want to do it, but not now, because there's 2 steps I would like to show you. So I say no, and there is my flowers. In the version 6, now you can add outlines or whatever you want to. In version 6, we got the most wonderful tool for me that was added in version 6 is my ripple tool. And here I can either go to object properties and find it, but here is the shortcut on my left hand side, my toolbox. There is the ripple. All my objects has been selected. To make sure of that, if you select your color film there, and I just move it out of the way, there you can see it's all the objects is 1. If I select my normal stitches, you can see because I have moved my entry and exit to 1 position, you can see it is no jump stitches available. That's why I insisted on that. The fact that my satin stitches looks not very nice here is actually a way for my program to say to me, you know, for the width of that stitches you're using, I don't advise normal satin stitch, but I'm going to leave it like that because actually I've got something else up my sleeve. Let's go back to 3D view, and now if I select here show individual icons, you can see this is not a solid object. It is a loose object consisting out of 7, I think it's 7 loose objects. I can, if it comes back, I can group it. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to select my ripple tool. And except for the first one, so let's say undo. Let's select all of them, Control A, make sure, and now select the ripple tool again. And now, if I show you that in a bigger view, it gave me this beautiful ripple flower with each petal as its own. I can now go and I can group it to make sure they don't move around. And then if you want to put a centerpiece in, like maybe a candle wicking stitch, and you can do that. But I would also like to show you something else that you can do. This is the one way we can do it. I want to show you another way. So what I'm going to do is undo, undo, and I'm going to undo until I'm back on 1. I'm going for my 7 again, and the reason I do want this now, I left click, and this time I want to merge my overlap and have a look at what I've got now. Now this is one solid piece. This is what the merging does, and even if I look there, you will see there's no loose components. It is one solid. There's 2 things I can do with this little flower now. I can ripple it, so while it is selected, I ripple it, and look at this beautiful ripple effect I've got. If you select your reshape tool, you can even move the center and hit enter, and it ripples on that side. Let's undo it and let's leave it in the center to ripple. Or I'm going to undo it. While it is still merged and one solid, there's something else I can do with it. I can select my star fill. And there you can see it makes an automatic hole in the center, which I can also edit. I can leave it now at satin stitches. I can go to my object properties and say, well, if I want to leave it at satin, make it a satin special, apply. Let's see if we like it. Just look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And what else you can do is I'm going to zoom in the center area. You can, let me just move it around a bit. You can make this bigger. You can make it smaller, and you can also move your circle around if you want to. I want to leave it as it is because I simply just love it. So in a few minutes, I've showed you by digitizing one little petal and putting them together, I've showed you three beautiful little flowers or stars. You can even loosen your objects. I truly trust out of my heart you enjoyed this. And if this can be done in 10 minutes, can you imagine how much we can learn in an hour a week? So I would like to see you. If you join the sowpride.com group, I'm going to close this file. Save the designs. I can say yes, save it. Or you don't have to save it. I choose to save it and close that. And I just want to remind you that the sowpride.com is really a place where you can customize the type of training you are in need of. You can buy individual classes. In other words, if you go to the website sowpride.com, you can click on video on version 5, you can click on version 6, and you can see what is available to purchase. Version 5 is a DVD bundle that you have to buy, and there will be postage included. Version 6 you can download directly. You can also, and this is the cheapest way, you can join our monthly membership, which is only $25 a month. And for that, 4 classes a month, which are supposed to be an hour, but I'm going to be honest with you, we have a hard time to stick to an hour. It's most of the times it goes like on for 90 minutes. You also can suggest a technique, and this class can be dedicated to you only. We have a variety of techniques, and we have got a variety of people with different needs, and we teach them all. It's a family. It's not strangers, although we don't even know what we look like, but we really do care and we do share. And I want to invite you. Give us a go. Enjoy your day, enjoy your recording, enjoy your digitizing. Until next time.